Um, okay, so tell me first just like a little bit about how you got started on TikTok.
By accident. I got started on TikTok because my teenagers kept sending me like funny TikToks. Mom, look at this, because they know I love comedy. Anything surrounding comedy, I love. And they just kept sending me the videos. So I thought, let me just create this account and be a watcher like everybody else. And for the most part, because I'm nosy. And I did. I created the account to be a watcher. And then a few months later, because it was during August of 2020 in the midst of the pandemic. And then I was at work a few months later, I think in like November, and I seen a video of somebody that I really wanted to lift up in the moment. So I just set the phone down in the break room at furniture store where I worked at the time. And I told her what I needed her to hear. And I posted a video, and within about 30 minutes, it just went viral. But it wasn't really like the views of the video that like caught my eye. It was the comments, because it was, I feel safe here, and I wish I had a mom like that, and those type of comments. So I thought, well, that's it. I'll use my account to do just that, and that's to help people feel better about themselves and about life in general. So I became a creator by accident. I never thought of being one, but it just happened.
Right, and that's awesome. I've seen so many of your videos and so many of your fans like reaching out to you and you giving them advice, and it's really awesome to see, especially for people who don't have that. Like you said, the person was like, I wish I had a mom like this. So that's really awesome that you're able to do that. Um, so I'm sure you by now have heard that this morning the House has passed a bill that would possibly ban TikTok. So how would this affect your day-to-day life if that happened?
It would affect it in many ways. I've grown this platform on nothing but kindness and laughter and inspiration and hardships and struggles. Because when I say I share it all, I share it all. And I don't speak on things that I don't have knowledge on or that I hadn't been through, but it would take all of that away. There are over 12 million people that I feel like depend on me, and they depend on me for a lot of things, whether I'm having lunch with them in the picnic in my yard, or I'm asking them, have they took their medicine today, or you know or just telling them everything's going to be all right. I feel like those people depend on me, and I feel like they're my family. Yes, it's a big one. It's a big family, but I feel that way. And it will affect many people in a lot. The reason that I'm here is to be a voice for the little people, the big people, and the people in between. Small businesses, 170 million people on TikTok, and about 7 million of that is small business. That's their livelihood. It's all our livelihood.
Right. And so you were saying, how you thought this would affect you. How do you think, this would affect the people that have reached out to you and, are going through that hard time? Because for a lot of people, you are like what gets them by sometimes. So how do you think that will affect your followers?
It would devastate them. A lot of people became their own advocate for mental health back in 2020 through TikTok, because we were all going through a lot back then. The pandemic, people lost loved ones. It was not a good time, right? And mental health was at an all-time high. So many people were just self-advocating for themselves, and trying to find any form of comfort that they could come across that would just make them feel just a little bit better about anything. So, and they stuck with it, and they have what they call comfort creators. And those are the creators that they go to daily just to see what they're up to, or if they want a good laughter, they know where to go to. It would destroy so many people and heartbreak so many people. It a ban on TikTok would do far more harm to the amazing people who are on the app than anything. It would tear them to pieces. It would tear them to pieces.
Right. I completely agree with you on that. So what do you, if let's say in a few months this ban does happen, what do you want your followers to know? how maybe can they still see you and talk to you if, not for TikTok, like other social media apps, stuff like that?
Oh, sure. I'm on all social media platforms, like everybody, around the world. I'm everywhere, and it's not that I would want to leave them. It would be that we don't have a choice because somebody else is making a decision for us that we didn't ask for. Nobody on the TikTok app wants a ban. I can tell you that right now. Nobody wants that. Um, but yeah, they know where to find me. I'd never leave them. I told them that from the beginning. I'm not going nowhere. Sometimes it's not easy being on any on social media app. But TikTok is just, I guess, in my words, the coolest kid on the block when it comes to social media apps. Because it has so many opportunities and the things that you can do inside the app. But yeah, I'm still in my same places.
That's awesome. And then one last question that I have, this is more about like the bill itself. So over the past few years, we've definitely seen you put a lot of your personal life out there, especially with like your baby passing away. So have you ever felt like concerned for your safety or worried about your privacy?
No, not really. Not really. We do a pretty good job protecting our own self. We advocate for our own safety, and we do a pretty good job of that. And no, I don't really have many concerns like that. There's bad people all over the world. So you can't just, blame it on this or blame it on that. But yeah, there are certain things that can get a little scary at times, but I do pretty good for myself.
That's awesome. Okay, I'm gonna stop recording now.